Hi, my name is Steve Reinierson. I'm the founder of Spreadsheet Boot Camp. At Spreadsheet Boot Camp, we aim to provide the best possible Microsoft Excel training. Students are entering the workforce armed with knowledge of accounting, finance, and many other skills, but they lack one of the most fundamental skills of all, how to work in spreadsheets. Improved Excel skills can help companies increase productivity, help interns receive job offers, and help recent grads receive promotions and good reviews. Also, any experienced Excel user can benefit from our unique focuses, which we'll talk about later. So why are we better than the other options out there? Three primary reasons. First, frankly, many of the other options aren't very good. Many of them are designed by learning management vendors who offer many training options, and Excel is just another item in their list. It's not a primary focus. Second, our teaching style is designed for millennials who are tech savvy and impatient. Long, boring lectures are not an effective way to learn Excel, especially for that primary demographic. We rely on hands-on exercises in a fully immersive approach. Lastly, in addition to the usual training on Excel's functionality, we also focus on efficiency, how to navigate through Excel quickly using keyboard shortcuts and other tricks. And also best practices, how to design, edit, and review spreadsheets that reduce errors, increase transparency, and facilitate collaboration. We offer two primary services with a third in development. First, we do a presentation on Excel efficiency and best practices, combining the most important topics from our tutorial for those sections. So far, Penn State and Texas have agreed to hire us to present. Many others are interested, and we've agreed to do free presentations for 10 to 15 schools based on our connections from early in the summer. We also offer a go at your own pace Excel tutorial that you can purchase online for $40. We've sold a handful of copies as a result of our Spring on Campus presentations, and we're currently developing an e-learning system to go along with that tutorial that we'd like to package to schools for them to create an Excel course for their students. Throughout the Lean Startup Challenge, we were able to create an initial hypothesis and challenge that and pivot and adapt to create what I think is going to be a viable business. Let's start with our initial hypothesis. That's college graduates are entering the workforce without the necessary Excel skills. And we've talked about why earlier in our presentation, ineffective or incomplete or non-existing training at school. We also thought students are very eager to learn Excel. They understand its importance for being successful earlier in their career. And we thought if there's enough interest from students that schools will be intrigued and promote or subsidize or license our product. We also believe that businesses could benefit from more effective Excel training. They could use it as new hire onboarding. They can use it to improve efficiency and productivity with existing employees. So what did we do? We had an initial MVP where we invited college student organizations to free Excel training. We received some interest in webinars and a couple hundred signups with maybe 100 attendees. But what we found is student groups were very interested in having us present on campus. So at the end of the semester, we were able to lead training at U of Illinois, Marquette, and UW-Milwaukee. Students were very excited about what we were doing, which led to some sales when we eventually released the product. But we haven't spread by word of mouth as much as we would have liked. Students may know they need Excel training, but they don't necessarily want to go out of their way to learn. And timing is really important. They are most likely to buy right before jobs and internships. So what about our attempts to target businesses? Well, we had minimal success. And why is that? Excel-driven work environments either had training in place or simply trusted employees to learn on the job. Non-Excel driven environments didn't seem to think it was a big concern. We had the most interest in our conversations with employees with several years of work experience. The problem is they aren't making decisions as far as purchasing our product or developing training. And businesses in a lot of cases have relationships with big learning management vendors who have an Excel training option. So the thought is employees can already get Excel training if they need it. Problem is no one really knows if it's good. It's just kind of there. People don't typically do it. And a big part of that is the approach they take. It's lecture based. It's not very interactive. It's just not an effective way to learn, so people don't do it. We did have some interest in an Excel diagnostic test to screen applicants. We talked with Hierology, one member who actually became our mentor, and they said 80% of applicants lie about their Excel skills. Excel tests that do exist are typically for very basic Excel users like administrative assistants. One good idea we had from another group in the challenge was to create an Excel BS test that would be free and we could pass on to people making hiring decisions as a quick couple-minute test they can give in an interview to someone to call on their BS if they don't know Excel. And then that could be a way to get our foot in the door with selling the tutorial or a bigger diagnostic test. So that's something we need to explore. There was also some interest in best practices, creating internal standards for working with spreadsheets for an individual firm. Again, increase transparency, decrease errors. Our goal is to use our experience and credibility from giving these best practice presentations on campus and leverage that with companies. So that's in the works. So after conducting all these interviews and we decided to adapt. So businesses are not immediately interested. We're going to put that segment on the back burner until we have some experience doing the best practice training in another month and reach out to them again. Students are interested, but maybe not enough. What did we do? We went out and we conducted interviews with professors and faculty to see their interest level. One thing we found is UW-Madison is about to sign a long-term deal with a competitor that beat us by about a year to the market. 850 undergraduate business students per year will be required to take an e-learning course with Excel now. This suggests a higher upside than we initially thought and a slightly different approach. We also found out from these interviews with faculty is that there's actually interest in hiring us to go present on campus. Penn State and Texas are hiring us, others are interested, and we're doing a bunch of free presentations that we'll try to leverage into paid presentations in the future and also get meetings. We'll use all of this as an opportunity to sell the e-learning course, which we believe offers the highest upside. So our current approach: conduct on-campus presentations. We'll no longer offer this for free. Conduct webinars, try out webinars for the Excel efficiency and best practices. Pitch our e-learning course and sell our existing tutorial. But as we've learned through this process, that shouldn't be the primary focus. The Startup Challenge challenged us, which helped us adapt to a business model that is more viable, has more upside, and will generate revenue quicker. We moved from a model of simply creating a product that we sell online to building relationships with schools, figuring out what their needs are, and working with to fit those specific needs. Our business should be very viable in the short term with the upside of landing school contracts to make this really profitable. The challenge has been an invaluable learning tool. The methods we learned helped us to spend time efficiently and grow as fast as possible.